The Hotel Mystery. Emma had been traveling for 12 hours straight when the storm hit. The rain came down so hard her taxi driver could barely see the road ahead. By the time they pulled up to the Blackwood Hotel, midnight had come and gone, and all Emma wanted was a hot shower and a proper bed. The hotel lobby was eerily quiet when she entered, her wet shoes squeaking against the marble floor. A single clerk stood behind the front desk, his face illuminated by the pale glow of an old computer screen. Without looking up, he slid a heavy brass key across the counter. "Room 303, he muttered. "Third floor." Dragging her suitcase behind her, Emma rode the creaking elevator up. When the doors opened, she found herself in a long, dimly lit hallway. The patterned carpet was worn thin, and the wallpaper peeled slightly at the edges. She began counting room numbers as she walked. 301, 302, then suddenly 304. Emma stopped dead in her tracks. She checked the key again, running her thumb over the engraved numbers. 303. There was no mistake. But when she looked back at the hallway, there was clearly no door between 302 and 304. Just a long stretch of blank wall with an old painting of a gloomy forest. A cold draft blew down the hallway, making Emma shiver. She could have sworn the temperature had dropped 10 degrees. Turning around quickly, she hurried back to the elevator, suddenly eager to return to the lobby. The clerk looked up in surprise when Emma approached the desk again, her face pale. "There must be some mistake," she said, her voice shaking slightly. "Room 303 doesn't exist." The clerk's expression changed instantly. He stood up straighter, his eyes darting to the key in Emma's hand. "That's impossible," he said, but his voice lacked conviction. He turned to his computer, typing rapidly. After a long moment, he swallowed hard. "Miss, Room 303 was closed permanently in 2003, after the incident." Emma felt her stomach drop. "What incident?" she asked, though part of her wasn't sure she wanted to know. The clerk hesitated, then leaned closer, lowering his voice. "A guest disappeared, vanished without a trace. They never found—" His words were cut off by a sudden loud ding from the elevator. Both Emma and the clerk turned to look. The elevator doors had opened on their own, revealing the empty interior. The floor indicator above the door clearly showed 3. Emma turned back to ask the clerk another question, but to her horror, the front desk was now completely abandoned. The computer screen flickered, casting eerie blue shadows across the empty chair. The only sound was the soft hum of the elevator waiting behind her, its doors still gaping open like a mouth. And in her hand, the brass key to room 303 had grown ice cold. The end.